Firi is today active in Norway and Denmark, and they have 400,000 users. And if you look at the total population of those countries, you can see that they really have, captured the broad market, not necessarily, the crypto experts, but the broad market, right? And they've done that by being local, really adapting the local culture, technology, having the local conversations to regulators, and that had brought about the trust that is needed to reach this kind of like more broader customer base.
Ted, it's great seeing you here. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your offices here in Stockholm.
Thank you very much, Chris. Great to be here. I'm looking forward to a good conversation.
Likewise. So before we start, for those who have not had the pleasure of meeting you, just tell me briefly who you are and what you do.
My name is Ted Scheiman. I'm the country manager for Firi in Sweden. Firi is a Norwegian crypto exchange. That's also active in Denmark, and we're applying for the MiCAR license here to hopefully soon enter the Swedish market.
All right, very good. So now help me understand. Firi is a crypto exchange. What problem is it solving in the market, specifically in the Nordics?
Yes, that's a very good question. So I think when Firi was started in 2017, it solved the basic problem of, buying crypto. I remember myself, I was trying to buy crypto here in Sweden as well. And, I couldn't transfer money from my bank account or my card to actually buy crypto on a crypto exchange, right? So that's one of the problems that Firi has been solving. But what Firi has done very differently is that they have managed to make crypto broader, right? So they have made it more to reach the kind of like broad mass of the market. And they've done that by basically kind of like verifying and making sure that the cryptos offered are validated and safe to trade.
Yeah. So when we talk about crypto for everyone, is this the idea? Is to make crypto available for everyone that's already an investor? Or is it just to also penetrate the retail market for those who have not yet decided to invest and specifically not use crypto as an asset?
Yeah. No. So I think to make crypto available for everyone, I think regulation builds trust. That's key for that to happen. I think in terms of technology, the right technology needs to be in place, and also the understanding, that's one of the things that are definitely missing in the market, like knowledge about crypto. And before knowledge is absorbed on a broader stage, then it will not be available for everyone because people are too afraid to invest, right? And then lastly, I think the ability to feel that crypto is something you want to include in your portfolio. It's part of the diversification of investments. Like if you look at the risk profile of many of the main crypto coins, they're not very different from like small caps and other companies. So I think that educational level is important, and but I think when these three things come together, then you have crypto for everyone.
Right. Okay. Now, the Nordic market, they're well known all across the world for being very highly digital. They're digitally savvy. But being part of Europe, they're also very highly regulated.
Yeah.
Is this a challenge for Firi? Is this an opportunity, or how do you see this combination of highly digital savviness and high regulation?
Yeah, so Firi was built to work alongside regulators, built to work alongside existing payment rails, built to work along existing banks and bank infrastructure. So for us, it's positive, and this is also the journey that we want to take. We want to invest in the relationship, with the regulators. We want to make sure that, the technical setup that we have in terms of using Swish, BankID, and other things are aligned with what the regulators expect. Especially for crypto, that builds the trust that will kind of make sure that the consumers or the retailers start using crypto, more wide, and this is really what we want to achieve. And of course, the customers, we work closely with them, so they are kind of like our North Star, or our light on where we need to go.
Ted, we see that there's large exchanges coming into the Nordic markets. We have companies like Coinbase and others that are trying to compete locally and regionally. Yeah. What makes Firi unique and irreplaceable amid so much intensifying competition?
Yes, so great question, because this is really where I think that Firi stands out. Firi is today active in Norway and Denmark, and they have 400,000 users. And if you look at the total population of those countries, you can see that they really have, captured the broad market, not necessarily, the crypto experts, but the broad market, right? And they've done that by being local, really adapting the local culture, technology, having the local conversations to regulators, and that have brought about the trust that is needed to reach this kind of like more broader customer base.
So if I understand correctly, the fact that you're born in the Nordics gives you an edge in understanding what are the main concerns that the retail investors in the Nordics could have, and then helps you approach them and educate them in according to what's important to them, as opposed to maybe someone that comes from outside that doesn't really have that cultural adeptness to the market.
Exactly. I mean, it's cultural. It's to have people on the ground. It's to understand again, the technology. If you look at the technologies used in the Nordic, it's usually Swedish technologies, and usually it's part of some kind of bank collaboration. I mean, especially in Sweden, BankID and Swish, Bankomat, So having this like Nordic like presence and understanding and culture is key. But it doesn't mean that we will take the whole market. There will still be other players there as well, which we will work very well with.
Right. Okay, now if we talk about the vision of Firi, so you're an exchange and you're now penetrating the broader Nordic markets. What's the ambition? Do you plan to grow beyond just doing a crypto exchange? Tell me a little bit more about the future plans.
Yeah, so Firi is a crypto exchange, but we already have built services on top of that, like custody. We do have the retail app. We have a live institutional offering as well, and we're also looking more into the platform play as well, where we can be execution and a settlement engine to a larger bank that wants to go into crypto.
Right. And now let's go back to regulation, because we keep talking about regulations and the relationship with the regulators, but we see that regulation in Europe and around crypto is intensifying. Well, in general, in fintech is intensifying. We have MiCAR now. Is the intensification of regulation, is that an opportunity for Firi, or how do you see this? This poses further challenges for you to operate in the markets that you're trying to enter?
I think, I come from the bank world a bit, and their regulation was something that added additional costs, it added, I wouldn't say obstacle, but it would, the way customer usually engage with bank changed because of the new regulations. For crypto, it's different because it's been a bit like the Wild West, but now there are clear regulations, guidelines, which is what the industry has been asking for. And from the consumer side or the institutional client side, it builds the trust that they can start, buying these products or start creating new services and products to launch into the market. So it's very helpful. But of course, it's puts a lot of strain on the organization to make sure that we fulfill these obligations, which we take really seriously. But we see it as part of how we can achieve success.
Well, Ted, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Stockholm, and hopefully the audience will also get to see a little bit more about Firi and what is your value proposition and your offering in the market.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.